Get ready for the dictation. Start. India has to face in the near future the perils of industrialization. In factory labor where men are mechanized, where they have little to do with the finished product and cannot take any pleasure in its production, work is mere labor and it does not satisfy the soul. If such mechanical work cannot be done by machines, if men have to do it, the less of it they have to do, the better for them. The more the work tends to become mechanical and monotonous, the more necessary it is that the worker should have larger leisure and a better equipment for the intelligent use of it. The standard of employment must be raised not merely in wages but in welfare. Mechanical work should be economically more paying than that of the artist or the statesman. For in the latter case, work is its own reward. In ancient India, the highest kind of work, that of preserving the treasures of spiritual knowledge, was the least paid. The Brahmins had no political power or material wealth. I think there is some justice in this arrangement which shows greater sympathy for those whose work is soul deadening. We have also to remember that the economic factor is not the most important in a man's life. Man's rank is not to be determined by the economic position. Gambling peers are not higher than honest artisans. The exaltation of the economic will lead to a steady degradation of character. Again, we should not forget that the individuals who constitute the nation cannot all pursue the one occupation of political leadership or military power, but will be distributed into many employments, and these will tend to create distinctive habits and sympathize. Though there may be transfer from one group to another, they are not likely to be numerous. We are not so certain today as we were a century ago that the individualistic conception of society is the last word in social theory. The moral advantages of the spiritual view of society as an organic whole are receiving greater attention. A living community is not a loose federation of competing groups of traders, teachers, bankers and lawyers, farmers and weavers, each competing against all the rest for higher wages and better conditions. If the members of the different groups are to realize their potentialities, they must share a certain community of feeling, a sense of belonging together for good or evil. There is much to be said from this point of view for the system of caste which adheres to the organic view of society and substitutes for the criterion of economic success and expediency in rule of life, which is superior to the individual's interests and desires. Service of one's fellow is a religious obligation. To repudiate it is impiety. Stop.